Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K19. Now this one has been suggested by GTA Money and it is going to be Roman Reigns versus Pete Dunne. Now I am recording this, well yesterday for you guys, so I'm recording this after Roman Reigns' announcement, which is genuinely quite heartbreaking to be honest with you. I mean, I feel pretty bad now for the sort of hate this man's received, but I think I've said many times before, this guy is not receiving hate because there's genuinely hate for him, I think. I think he's received hate more for the way that his character's been pushed. Same sort of thing as John Cena, really. I don't think necessarily a lot of people hate John Cena. They just hate the way that he's been so aggressively pushed in front of a lot of their favourite wrestlers. And I think that's the same case. So, yeah, it is very, very sad. And I wish the guy the best. And hopefully he'll come back from it better and stronger, and I've got no reason why not. He's already beat this illness once, why can't he do it again? And here is his opponent then, Mr. Pete Dunne. Cracking wrestler. Always an enjoyment to see. Yeah, I really like this guy. I mean, he's absolute limitless potential, but by all accounts, if you look at him, he's still a very, very young lad. He's just got so much to give, so much charisma, so much everything, so it'd be great to see Pete Dunne continue to push himself, and this could be a massive win if he can pull this off. And here we go then, Pete Dunne versus Roman Reigns. Interesting concept this one, like I said. Roman Reigns at the moment on a sabbatical from wrestling with his illness. Pete Dunne very much getting more options than any other of the UK names, I think. I mean, we've seen him be pushed quite a bit. He is going to be part of War Games for the second year in a row, which is fantastic for him. And fantastic for the UK scene as well. I don't know if he's actually going to be involved in NXT UK, to be honest. I still haven't watched the first episode, which I know is a bit shocking. But I will get around to it at some point. So, I don't know, he seems to be more heavily involved in NXT than anybody else at the moment. And I just hope that they can push him on a bit further and, I don't know, give him like a shot at the NXT Championship potentially. Of course, he is the United Kingdom champion and he's the longest ever reigning United Kingdom champion. I think he's the longest reigning champion that we currently have as well, which is fantastic. But when you look at it, apart from Tyler Bate, there's not 100 people that could really... 100? There's not a lot of people really that could go after that, is there, when you think about it? So yeah, it's a tricky one for him. He's sort of limited by his opponents, but then on the same scale, you look at the match him and Tyler Bate had, and I think you look at, for example, in our universe mode, we did Pete Dunne, we did Tyler Bate, sorry, versus Noam Dar, and that was a pretty good match. I think Noam Dar is pretty underutilized. It's whether they stick to a bit just a UK championship or not. I suppose it is, isn't it, really? Because it's now, of course he's in there. Well, what am I on about? What am I bloody on about? Of course he's part of the UK roster. He's the bloody champion. I don't know. I'm off my head sometimes, I tell you. I really am. I'm an absolute natter. So, yeah. I take it all back. We know that he is involved in that. Pin here by Pete Dunne then. Oh, not enough. Not even a one count. Should be a bit of a surprise, really. But, you know, I think it's going to be a tricky one. It's just so difficult, isn't it? Because of the whole Roman Reigns situation. It's just, it's hit everyone. And if you look at it, we've even seen, I saw tweets today from New Japan Pro Wrestling, wished him good luck, and Combat Zone Wrestling wished him good luck. And it's really, from a man who was very much, don't get me wrong, he has turned it around a bit this year. He still had his haters this year, but I think he's been a lot more accepted recently. But yeah, he's still got his haters, but I think everyone at this point in time has sort of backed the man. They understand the situation. It's his character was what he was. It's not who he is, and it's just a shame to see that. I never knew he even had it to start with, to be honest with you. It's news to me completely. So it is a real shame what's happened, and he was at the peak of his career, but yeah, I'm sure the guy will get back at some point. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with the championship now as well, really, won't it, Because that's going to be probably defended in some sort of tournament, I would imagine. Or they're just going to... Where are we now? It's Survivor Series coming up, isn't it? November. I wonder whether they might just do some sort of like elimination match. Just throw 6 people in the ring and let them go in an elimination match. That's sort of Survivor Series, I suppose, isn't it, if you look at it that way? Half makes sense. So that'd be quite fun if they did something along them sort of lines. It does sort of open... The thing is, it's terrible to say, I mean, if we sort of desensitise the whole situation, but with Brock Lesnar sort of out of the picture for the moment and with Roman Reigns out of the picture for a while as well, it does mean that there's nobody being really aggressively pushed on Raw, so it might give us a chance to have a little bit of fresh storyline. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that he's ill, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that that's the situation there is going to be, and I know there's rumours of the likes of Drew McIntyre getting a championship shot pretty soon. It looks like Dean and Seth are not going to be involved in the championship picture because they're going after each other, unless they make that the championship match, which I generally hope they don't, to be honest with you. I'd like to see them mix things up a little bit rather than just dropping straight into that, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they actually do and how they proceed on this one. Because if you take Dean and Seth out of the situation, I don't know who else there is really to go for the championship. You got Finn Balor, I suppose, Drew McIntyre. I haven't watched Raw in a while, to be honest, so I'm sort of struggling to remember who's who. Nice spear there, but no. The spear reversed by Pete Dunne. Roman Reigns gets DDT'd instead, which is not a situation that he's going to be happy about. Pete Dunne now, nice. Flopping him. Wow, Pete Dunne wins this. Wow, only a 2 count. That was pretty close. I thought that was going to be done and dusted there for a second. I really did. Roman Reigns launching Pete Dunne right over his shoulder. What does Reigns have planned now to finish Dunne off? Well, not enough evidently as Dunne comes back once again. Pete Dunne dropping Roman Reigns face first in the corner, drags him away from the corner. A boot in the gut, now bring him back up as the boot to the kidney there as well. And a big boot to the face. Pete Dunne is brutal, isn't he? He really is. And of course, Pete Dunne is part of our NXT universe mode that we're currently doing. And he is going to be part of our 205 Live universe mode, which will be starting up very, very soon. The first episode of the championship tournament was uploaded yesterday, so check that out. So basically we're doing the championship tournament for about a week or two. Crown our first 205 Live champion. And then we will start the universe mode straight up from there. I forgot what we were going to do there for a second. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, it's another brand new one we haven't done before, so it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out. We've got a lot of new people we haven't used very much before as well. And of course we've also built on the roster to make it more impressive as well. Roman Reigns, nice clothesline. Pete Dunne struggling back up on his feet. Roman Reigns with a super man punch. I don't know why I said it like that for, to be honest. Super man punch. Only for a 2 count though, still not quite enough. As I start getting heartburn because I just had a really greasy dinner. As you do. And there is, no, again. Pete Dunne able to reverse the spear into a DDT. Wow. Pete Dunne's having the match of his life here against Roman Reigns. Dunne fighting back, nice big uppercut. Dunne, nice clothesline to the spine of Roman Reigns. And locking in that submission hold, the triangle choke. And Roman Reigns able to break free with that powerbomb out. Quite impressive, actually. I'll give him that. Reigns now a nice stiff clothesline taken Pete Dunne down. There is a size advantage here for Roman Reigns against Pete Dunne. Dunne now sending Reigns crashing to the outside. Back up to his feet, went for that forearm. Reigns fighting back with the boot to the knee, and of course Pete Dunne does not wear knee pads, which is not going to help him out there at all. It can cause some damage. Roman Reigns crushing Pete Dunne on the outside. Now, it's going to be interesting, of course. And we know the count-out situation in this year's game is slightly better. But we are in a situation here where we could get a count-out for either team. Is he going to try and throw him in? Yes, he is going to do that horrible thing from last year where they just throw him into the steps because they don't understand how it works. There's going to be a count-out victory here for Roman Reigns. No, Pete Dunne's back up on his feet and slides back in just in time. Okay. I take my abuse at the game back. Pete Dunne with the X-Plex. Into the pin of Roman Reigns. Left him for a few moments to think about that on the floor before actually going for the pin, which might have actually helped Roman Reigns. Dunne now stalking. It's actually been a pretty good match between these two. That's the thing about these random matches. They're ones that a lot of people wouldn't think of, but they don't half end up well sometimes. There's the pin by Pete Dunne. And now he's kicked out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Pete Dunne is having these opportunities. He just can't quite make any stick at this point in time. Reigns takes Dunne up onto his shoulders. Lovely powerbomb. It was like a Celtic cross into a sit-out powerbomb. It was a great, great move. Roman Reigns stalk him again. Looking for that spear, and again Pete Dunne reversed it. It's like Pete Dunne is immune from spears by the looks of it. It's like they just don't affect him. Dunne brings Reigns back up to his feet into a DDT. Now just biting the hand of Roman Reigns. I mean, Dunne has been busted open and he is struggling. You see him holding his ribs and that, but just gets flattened once again by Roman Reigns. Reigns with a strike to the side of the face of Pete Dunne. Now takes him up into a scoop slam, but drops him face first across that top turnbuckle. And Roman Reigns now is taking more and more control of this match. Dunne though gets control. He just, every now and again, Dunne just takes this little dig at Roman Reigns, and he's able to get the bloody win out of it. Pete Dunne has just defeated Roman Reigns here in a random match. Wow. That's a very interesting match. That I'm quite surprised by the result of that one. I mean, ratings-wise on this game, Roman Reigns is rated at a 92, while Pete Dunne is rated at an 81. So you'd really put your money on Roman Reigns winning this one, but Reigns did dominate large portions of the match, but Pete Dunne was able just to come back when he really needed to and just pick up the little bits of offense that's just enough eventually to get him the victory. So well done there to Pete Dunne. Absolutely cracking win for him. And thank you very much once again to GTA Money for your suggestion. Of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions, please do drop them down in the comment section down below. And of course, if yours gets picked out, you get a shout out in the process. I've been Chevy Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again, I think, tomorrow for NXT, and the day after for another random match, and the day after that, another episode in our Cruiserweight Classic Tournament. Bye. The ones who do.